There was once a beautiful place, one of engines rolling over landscapes, keeping pace on well-laid tracks. Train-goers smiling as they passed. Oh, how the engines laughed. Then one day, something dark came from afar, twisting tracks and blackening landscapes. Engines cutting as they passed, consuming passengers to fuel their infernal engines to the last. None would dare to venture here on this forsaken rock. Now of bloody steam, rusted wheels, the dreaded chug of cursed steel, a terror no one would dare to speak or mention.
This is no normal train. This, in fact, is a Shank Engine, a nightmare fuel creature from the world of Sodoom. And today, we're going to show you how to make one of these.
We're gonna turn some very normal-looking trains, and we're going to turn them into the things from your nightmares.
So yeah, we were both bored one day, and the idea is really to make the other person laugh with how ridiculously horrific your train is. That's pretty much the main objective of the first bit of Shank Engines, which is the crafting and inventing the lore to make up an excuse for why a train would have a lobster claw and a flamethrower, for instance, which is the second part of the fun. And then the third part of the fun is we made up a whole game surrounding this. What are the different things?
The Mutant Gang.
The Mutant Gang is a group of people who have accidentally joined the mutant-type class. You can either recruit them during your gameplay, or you can join them on their journey.
Of a bootleg gang, which look insane.
Yeah.
The Bootleg Gang, I don't even know what they are. It's a pumpkin-headed man who's adopted a robot dolphin and a robot barrel.
The main selection of characters which you can pick.
So these are what we'll be playing as in the game.
Yeah. Basically, these are just the people who you'll be playing as. They have their own lore, or you can create your own.
The Shank Engines.
Okay. And these are your main enemies in the game, right?
Yeah.
And they usually have sort of terrifying abilities.
Very terrifying.
Yeah.
Emily has a laser gun and a saw on her side. The Swiftie's just preppy. This guy's just useless. Nucky Nightmare's the Lord of Bootlegs. Hockey Hero's a sculpture. These guys are survivors known as Pete and John. Bertie's a vehicle that survived the apocalypse. And these are the tracks who are all named Linda.
The ritual of choice has begun.
Yes.
And I would like to give the honour of first choice to the righteous gentleman here.
Big boy.
I'm going to pick this one. I think this one's supposed to be, or was, Gordon. No more. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my train yet, but it's going to be something along the lines of, I'm going to make Gordon regret when he did that toot-toot Henry, when they bricked him up in that cave and they taught him a lesson and made him watch all the other tank engines go past, and they just ended episode 3, so you thought he was going to be locked in that tunnel forever. And yeah, I might also give him a flamethrower.
And I'm gonna gouge his eyes out.
What is it?
I think it's YouTube.
Okay. And who are all them?
I don't know.
You think they're ready for Shank Engines?
Yeah,
Are we ready for Shank Engines?
God knows.
Let's do it anyway. So now we've chosen our trains.
And now we have everything we need for the building process.
But what do we need for the building process?
Let's find out.
Yeah, but like stylishly, like in an Edgar Wright film. Do you know what I mean?
What's that?
You've never seen an Edgar Wright film?
No.
Tweezers,
Craft knife.
clippers,
Files for ink.
mold line remover,
Glue. Oh man, come on, really?
sticks,
Sprues.
bits, a train.
Train. You're gonna need lots of trains.
I'm going to be absolutely brutalizing this thing. And basically I'm going to grind its face off. And I'm going to twist his nose off, because it's oddly satisfying. If you do want to like sabotage like all those parts and that stuff, the material is quite soft, especially if you're getting like the cake toppers, because you can just use these very flimsy tweezers, just dig into its schnozzle. It just, yeah, like that. And here I am grinding its face off with snippers, and then we're gonna go on. Then we're gonna get the sandpaper, maybe. Now let's file its face off. So I'm cutting these holes into the train right now because basically my concept about this train is that it's gonna have like this virus inside of it, and I'm gonna make a bit more holes and make it look like there's a virus coming out of it. Let's go look in the bits box. So, Mr. Lazy Wizard has been printing recently, and left behind were these supports. And I thought maybe I could use them because they look tree fungus infection-like. And I think they'd make a pretty good foundation for my train.
Lazy!
Jesus Christ. ASMR. Oi! ASMR. ASMR. This is a pin vise. I'm going to be using it to puncture some holes into this train. I have now chowed down 2 holes into this train, and I'm now going to put legs, or fungus legs, inside of them.
Give him the train fungus legs. I'm giving the train fungus legs. I'm giving the train fungus legs. Fungus legs. Give him the train fungus legs. Go! Give him the train fungus legs. Oh, the will.
Time to start work on my Shank engine, and my particular engine started its life off as a tender engine of the name of Gordon, and Gordon and Thomas have a bitter rivalry, so I want to kind of weave something around that, but obviously it's been a while since that happened, and I think Thomas defeated this guy in battle to become the leader of the Shank Engines, so but this guy's come back stronger and more twisted and more weird than before. I also might need this one's face, various bits from the bits box. Necklace chain, because you know, that's fun. Got this here as well, I might use it as like a base. Also think this is really cool, could be like a spine, like a robo spine. It's also got a sticky back, don't know what it is. I've also got these old world sprues, they were for some dwarf cannons. So the main idea came to me when I was looking at Gordon, and he's quite a long engine, being a tender engine. Tender engines move faster in one direction, but very slowly backwards, so they often have to have a turnstile to move. And that's got nothing to do with what I'm going to do with it, because I'm going to put legs on it. So I'm not really sure why I told you that, but I just wanted to demonstrate that I know a few things about trains. The thing about Shank engines is they've got to be disturbing in some way and kind of uncanny. And what's more disturbing and uncanny than a bipedal train? So first thing I want to do is cut off this guy's arms and legs. Sorry, dude.
That was so brutal.
Savage. Like, I don't like to muck around, do you know what I mean? So already. You're not Spider-Man. Yeah, you damn straight I'm not Spider-Man. Ah! You've been very bad in the Spider-Man IP, and this is what you get. So do that one there, lovely and surgical. That one there, great surgery. There we go, surgery there as well. Lovely jubbly. Let's try it again. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look, he's perfectly happy with it as well. He's still smiling. even though he's gone through a fair bit. Apply a little bit of glue here and really seal the deal. Okay, so I've twisted him into the shape that I want him to be. It's a little bit like life. Good feeling about the legs. I'm not sure how he feels about the legs, but do you know what? That's not my concern. It really is not my concern. These legs are great. I like these legs. And now I'm going to put it on the base. Arms. Let's glue some arms on. I like to work quite fast with the Shank Engines. So, you know, it's about fun. And for me, doing a project like this is fun when it's fast. It doesn't get in the way of my enjoyment of it. And I think the ideas flow a bit better when you just work fast and stupid. I mean, look at this. What? Already, just why? I've been eyeing up this cannon and I want it to go over his arm, so we're going to do that. Quite a lot of dwarven detail on this, so I'm just going to completely devastate all of that. Cannon's ready to go over the arm, and like I was just saying to Harry, it's kind of like it was made for it. It perfectly fits over the arm, although the arm's just fallen off. So. Thomas is the cheeky one, but Gordon's like the prideful one, and he thinks he's like all that. And Thomas just loves to like troll him at any given moment. Sometimes like for no reason, like, oh my god, that looks amazing.
Oh my god.
This cannon already kind of had a face, and we love the idea that everything is alive in the world of Shank Engines, so I'm going to change this face up a little bit. Yeah, I think this face will do. That's the thing about Shank Engines, and that's why things are so dangerous, is because everything can have a sentience. But it does need to have a face for it to have sentience, so I'm going to have to remove this face. So yeah, this is Tristan, the cannon. So yeah, essentially the idea is that I think I would like Gordon to have a kind of pet train. Instead of a face, we're going to put a little clasp. That's actually probably the most disturbing thing yet. Yeah. What is under that hat? Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. That's where it is. Good. Looking for that. Anyway, what I was saying is, the thing about Arachnotrain is it's incredibly original. There's going to be nothing like this on the internet or in the multiverse or anything. You know? Yeah, that's not an original train. Never even heard of Choo Choo Charles. Even I've heard of Choo Choo Charles. I'm not even from this dimension. This is an original train. Oh, sorry, no, that's a Kiwi. Sorry, I get hungry sometimes on the journey. No, this is an original train. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What are you holding there?
It's my original train.
That's a fish. It's a clownfish, actually, like Finding Nemo.
Okay.
How's that? Idiots.
So unoriginal.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm so sad inside.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so lame.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is what I've done so far. I can't even tell if it's a train or not now. It looks very virus-like, which is the style I'm going for. It took me ages, and now I just need to add the face. So let's hope that goes well. And I'm just gonna get this ready by circling it around. It looks disgusting. This is a person in our game. This gigantic, like humanoid train thing.
It's a bipedal nightmare ordnance train.
Then we have the largest one we have, which I made.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Gordon had a legendary battle with Thomas, which left him split in two,
and he found himself in a junkyard, but thankfully with the help of nanobots he put himself back together. So I'm going to need some pipes and things like that, because that's the only detail I didn't have in the bits box. So green stuff is perfect for this. Nanobots are one of the things within the world that make the trains so powerful. In Gordon's case, he's had a serious dosage of this, so he's become kind of like a supervillain. As a survivor in the game, you can also utilise nanotechnology to do a similar thing. A bit like mutation, it can be dangerous though.
Here I am adding green stuff to my various train. I'm gonna make him look extra handsome with the green stuff. Oh yeah!
We finished the builds, it's time to prime them. There's bits of the train that are already painted. You can totally repaint them from scratch if you want, but I like to keep the original paint job there. Kind of makes it look a bit more derpy or whatever. So I'm going to try out something I've not tried before. I'm going to start with his face. Oh my god, it comes out quite fast actually. Also I'm going to protect this base because I think it looks about right anyway. We'll see what it looks like when it dries. And we're going to protect a lot of this train as well, because I still want some of the green paint and maybe the number on the side.
Masking thing, whatever it is, I'm gonna peel it off. Okay, let's begin.
Peeling off the masking pan on my train. Oh yeah, peeling it off, oh yeah.
Right, so it's working, and it's probably the most satisfying thing that I've ever done in my whole entire life. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, that is really satisfying. Just get real that. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's coming off. Most of the bits I wanted to be covered were covered. A few bits have sort of been a bit missed, but that's okay. We can deal with that in the next stage. Painting wise, first thing I want to deal with is anything the primer's missed.
Gordon is the leader of the decommissioned faction. The decommissioned are basically exile trains, some of which have been previously destroyed in battle or emancipated from Thomas's faction, the Yard. Gordon uses the anger and the vengeance of these trains to unify them under his banner. Their mission to destroy Thomas's faction and gain sovereignty.
So I've been using these a lot recently, and they're a really nice quick way to get bright silver highlights on things, on buildings and stuff like that, or if you just want to get silver on something really fast. So yeah, I've been using the pen here just to highlight the edges of little bits, things like wheels, the edge of the cannon, the scope, trimmings, things like that, and a little bit of edge highlighting here and there. Have to be sort of careful, but again, like if it's too bright here and there, I'll be bringing it down in the next stage. Cool. We're going to bring it all down with a Vallejo vehicle wash, or dark vehicle wash. It's very good. This will bring out a bit of the detail in the, quite frankly, terrible paint job that was done before as bought. And if it's gone on a little bit heavy, or you want to like reveal a bit of face, you can just use a sponge to do that. So
It's my turn, and there are some white parts on this which I need to paint black because it doesn't look very tidy. Painting the little patches that I need to paint. Dry brush right after. Oh yeah, double dipping in the water. And I'm going to be using this and this paint.
see what.
Basically painting like his like underside mouth, which he used to eat people.
A little update on mine. I've been adding horrific blood everywhere. And if you
Currently, I am adding some blood to the tips of these root-like fingers.
now we're going to have fun with Uhu glue. And if you don't know, Uhu glue is amazing because you can apply it, and after a few minutes or so, it sort of stretches. In fact, it kind of stretches straight away. You can make goo effects and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to try that. Harry?
Yeah.
Do some goo.
Here I am putting some Uhu glue on my magnificent looking creature to make it look extra disgusting.
Look at them chatting away there. They've got no idea that the audio died ages ago. Anyway, we're going to do some Dirty Down Rust. I love Dirty Down Rust. It's an amazing rust effect. You heat it up, you've got to give it a lot of mixing, a lot of stirring, and then it works like a dream. You apply it and then dry it, and it looks like rust. And the same with the verdigris. You can watch some of my previous videos if you want a more in-depth tutorial on how this works.
Right, so here I'm painting on the blood red blood, just to make it look extra juicy, since you know I quite like a very bloody design. I feel like this thing just needs the gore, not gonna lie. I mean, it's a giant virus creature, why wouldn't it have gore?
Well, welcome to the Vortex. It's sort of like a pocket dimension between pocket dimensions, a place where we can catch up on what's coming up on the channel and, you know, just vibe. Sorry. It's been pretty hard to get videos out the past few weeks because life. I've got a full-time job, so I do this in the early morning, in the evenings, and whatever free time I've got, which isn't a lot these days, to be fair, because life. So the videos that you see are kind of like, I don't know, 10% of what I could do if I was full-time doing this, and that is one of my ultimate objectives. I've started up a Patreon, and that gives you access to an exclusive Discord amongst other perks, and there's a growing community of Vortexians on there. It's becoming a bit of a hub for small-scale gaming, 10mm, 6mm, but we also talk about things like MESPG or just general hobby things, and there's a lot of people on there who are just making stuff, designing things, making new stuff. There's so many talented people on the Discord already, and to be honest, it keeps me inspired, keeps me wanting to make videos, and obviously getting better at magic as well. You know, I'm trying very hard to learn new spells, go further into the vortex, into the multiverse. So, you know, always trying to improve that. And if it's Lord of the Rings you're into, I've got a 10mm Lord of the Rings season going on at the minute, and next up is a massive Gondorian fortress, castle, city thing. Massive thank you from me, my channel and my family to these guys who've already joined the Patreon and are supporting me through this adventure of life. Don't know why, I tried to give it flourish, it was just, it's quite cringy to be fair, but I am a millennial and we are getting cringier and cringier as time goes on. So, should we? Yeah, let's get back to it. I think we'll just go. I'm not going to teleport this time. Psych.
Blood and steam, tendrils bursting into life. Forsaken engines are remade in their own image. Abominations born, the decommissioned, and the foundation rise.
As we were making these engines, we came up with a lot of lore, including the factions within the game. There's so much lore that we haven't shared with you yet, and there's also the game itself. And if you are interested in that, please let us know, and we will share that in the next video.
I have no quarrel with you, mutant, but you are standing in the way of me and Thomas. For that you will feel my godly power.
If you're liking the idea of Shank Engines and you want us to do more content on Shank Engines, so maybe you want us to make a horrific train or you have a specific request, or you'd like to see us make terrain or more on the game or the rules, then please let us know in the comments, or even just ideas for horrible trains. If you'd like exclusive updates on the development of Shank Engines, then you can join the Wizard's Brush Patreon. Yeah, but we've got business elsewhere now in the multiverse, so we're going to go and deal with that. Let's teleport in 3, 2, 1.
Here are 2 more tickets to the end of the line. Will you jump aboard?